back. Oh my goodness, I hope my internet stays with me through this. Hi everybody, happy long weekend, happy Saturday. I am so excited to be here. I'm at my beach house and I decided we were gonna do it here because I don't have to be quiet. And I just have so many things to say about this particular topic. Sorry for everybody who joined me a minute ago. I'm hotspotting off my phone. My wireless internet is a little spotty here. So I'm hotspotting off of my phone. Hi guys. Okay. So today's Facebook Live is one that is near and dear to my heart. It is something that I could legitimately talk about for days and days. We are going to be talking about simplifying your life, the first step. So this entire process of simplifying, how it works, what it feels like in the end, and what to do when you just feel like you're completely overwhelmed and like you don't know where to start. And by the way, hi, like that's my life right now. We're in the middle of moving. So we left our 4,000 square foot house in Tampa, came to Pensacola. We're renting a 1,200 square foot 2-bedroom beach condo. It's adorable. You can see it. But it's small and all of my kids are sharing a room and we're building a house similar in size to the one in Tampa. So we are like in this whole process of minimizing and downsizing and determining like what the bare essentials are for us to have here, and also like how to love a family through a transition like this. It's all very new to me and it stirred up many, many emotions. So I knew I wanted to be here in this space to do this today because I don't know, it just felt fitting. Okay, so I'm gonna recap launch day stuff really fast before we move into what we're gonna talk about today. Just so you have all of the details for anyone who's brand new. We have lots and lots of new followers and new friends. So if you've heard this before, bear with me. Next Wednesday, September 5th at 10 a.m. Eastern time, we are launching our 2019 Simplified planners. I got a question yesterday on Facebook that I loved, and I'm gonna talk about it today. It's really bright here because I have like the beach is behind you, like it's like right there. So it's kind of bright. So if you can't see anything, you can go over to Instagram to see lots and lots of pictures. This is our daily edition. This is our weekly edition. We have 6 different covers in each one. These particular planners start January 1st and run through December 31st of next year. I will go through all of what is inside them in a little bit, but the daily editions are $58. The weekly editions are $48. They go very fast. They've been compared to Taylor Swift tickets, and it was like the biggest compliment I ever got. What makes the Simplified planner different? Well, that's a good question for what we're going to talk about today. So much of life is overwhelming, right? Like so many, multiple times a day, I sit down and think like there's just so many things to be done and things to think about and people to care for and things to remember and things to worry about. And like so much of life is overwhelming. When I was a new mom back in 2011, I went looking for a planner to kind of control the chaos that was happening with like new motherhood and starting a business and all of that. And every planner I found out there was not simple. It was like boxes to check and things to fill out and how many glasses of water did you have today and did you blow your budget today and like just so many things. And I was like, I need something else. I don't need something else I'm going to fail at. And so I made the Simplified planner, and it's very simple on purpose. It does not have a lot of bells and whistles because we don't want it to have that. Inside the daily edition, you have space to write your to-do list, your schedule, and then notes at the bottom. You can use that for dinner, or gratitude, or budgets, or water, or whatever you want. And then in the weekly edition, you have, this is just some example pages on the other side. You have a space for schedule, to-do list, and dinner. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, 10 a.m. Eastern time next Wednesday, mark your planners, set your alarms, be there. We are so excited, and we'll be launching not only our Simplified planners, we'll be launching our Dapper Desk planners, which you can see on our website, and these adorable mini notebooks that are the cutest patterns. There are 6 of them, but these are the 3 I could reach. Okay, now what we're going to talk about today. I love this topic of today's Facebook Live, and I specifically put it on Saturday because I knew that I wanted to like really dig into it, and my husband has taken my kids to breakfast, and so I have time. Simplifying your life seems really overwhelming, right? When we think about it, it seems like something that is like for other people. It's also for like people who have it all together. It's for people who live in the perfect house. It's for people who have perfectly behaved children. It's for people on the other side. Like, I'll simplify my life when I graduate college, or I'll simplify my life when my kids are a little older and I'm not in this insane phase of life where they're tiny, right? But the fact of the matter is, you can simplify your life no matter where you are, in any season, at any age, with any number of children from 0 to 100. You can simplify your life with just a couple easy steps. And I've written a book about this. It's called A Simplified Life. It's very, very tactical. You can get it on Amazon and Target and all those places. But what I want to dig into today is just the very, very basics of it, right? Now, I always say that we don't just make planners. Like, today we just have a planner company. It's the day this isn't fun anymore. We make simplified planners because we want to inspire, encourage, and equip you to embark on this change, where you take a look at your life and take inventory over everything that's going on and everything you have in it, and you decide what stays and what goes. And the beauty of that is that you get to do that, right? Like, how amazing is it that we have the freedom to step back at our lives? And now, granted, some things we can't change, but so many pieces in our life we can. And so we're going to talk about simplifying in terms of simplifying your space. We're going to talk about it in terms of simplifying your calendar and in terms of simplifying your heart. And I am thrilled to say that one of my favorite authors, who has influenced me in immeasurable ways, has offered to give 3 signed copies of 3 of her different books. We're going to be choosing 3 winners today. So leave comments, say hello, just post on here somehow, because at the end of this, I'm going to do a very fancy way of choosing winners where I close my eyes and scroll and pick whoever's name I land on 3 times. You are going to get either The Life-Giving Home from Sally Clarkson. I tagged her, or I meant to tag her up here, so maybe somebody can link out to her Facebook page. The Life-Giving Home, The Life-Giving Table, and The Life-Giving Parent are the ones we're going to give away. And The Life-Giving Home is just a fantastic book. Like, if you are in that place in life where you are ready to make your home, wherever it is, no matter how big it is, how small it is, if you want to make your home a place of rest and respite, a place where people can escape the outside world and come in, whether it's your children or your spouse or your friends or your community, if you are looking to make your house a home, that particular book is just fantastic. The other 2 are equally amazing. That particular book really, really influenced me in a really big way because, like I said, there's so many parts of life that we can't control. There are things that go on in the world out there that we don't have control over. But when it comes to what happens inside the 4 walls that we call home, no matter what that looks like or where that is, we do have some sort of control, right? Okay, can you guys see me okay? Or is my internet being funny? Okay. All right. Y'all let me know. My team is saying I'm frozen, but I think we're good. I'm seeing comments, so I think we're okay. Y'all let me know if you can see me okay. This internet situation. I can't wait to be in my new house with not these issues. Okay. So we're just going to start digging in. Earlier this year in spring, we started what we called the Ruthless Declutter Challenge. Now, being, back in, this was like in April or something, I think earlier this year. We're going to do it again. Am I frozen? Can my team tell me if we're frozen? I know I'm seeing that we're behind, but let me know or if we're frozen. I just want to see if I need to like switch internets. I have wireless internet and I have phone internet. Okay, we're going. This is live. See, this is why I can't do this in office because it's just too formal. All right. Now, when it comes to the Ruthless Declutter challenge that we did, I was actually doing it because I was getting ready to put my house on the market and we were getting ready to move. That wasn't like public knowledge at the time, so we didn't really share that. But I was going through my house and I was just kind of like figuring out what needed to stay and what needed to go. And a lot of times I think we look at our entire lives and we think like, this is overwhelming. All the things that are happening are overwhelming. What's the first step? Well, for me, the first step in simplifying is taking a look at my surroundings, my home. The state of my home inevitably is the state of my insides. If my home is a wreck and there's things going on, and I work from home usually, so it's even worse, but like the state of my home is the state of what's going on inside. So if my house is a wreck, if there's things going on, there's stuff everywhere, there's clutter, there's things that need to be put away, it really impacts the way I feel and the way I go about my day. And so I really think that when you step back and you take a look at your house and whatever it is you live in and what you have going on around you, that really impacts. I always say that physical clutter is mental clutter. And so I encourage you, if you're feeling overwhelmed, I have felt that way many times this past week. If you're feeling overwhelmed, I think it starts at home. I think it starts with taking a look around you and saying, I might not have like my dream home or my favoritist furniture that I want to have. I might not have, a ton of money to put into a house to decorate it the way I want to, but we're not talking about decorating here. We're talking about taking what you have and making it meaningful and making it a place where you feel at peace. And it's impossible to feel at peace when you have 1,000 things around you calling for your attention day after day. When you walk in your door, do you have trash looking at you saying, I need to be taken out, mail, stacks of mail that needs to be sorted? Do you have, 100 DVDs standing, over there that you're thinking like, oh, I never watched these, I should do something with them? If you have clutter all around you, maybe you don't realize what's going on the inside, but it definitely impacts it. So today, if you are on our newsletter list today, you're going to get this free printable. It is my simplicity plan. Okay. And number 1 on the list is define what worked and didn't over the past year. But number 2 is ruthlessly rid your home of clutter, trash, or donate. Now you might be watching this and thinking like, this all sounds great, Emily, but where do I start? Because it's all over the place. Start with a trash bag. Okay. Get a box of trash bags, or just get 2 if you want. 2 trash bags, 1 for trash and 1 to donate. Okay. Then you start with the trash bag and you walk your home and you start gathering things that don't belong in terms of, sorry, I'm just scrolling to the comments to make sure I'm still here. In terms of like, what is trash? So you might think, I don't have trash in my home. Well, do you have like tags from clothes? Do you have empty cups lying around? Do you have papers that could be thrown away? I encourage you to walk your house with a trash bag as the number 1 first tactical thing to do to simplify your life. And you might be thinking like, okay, this is great, but how does this impact like how I feel all day, every day? Well, it really makes a difference. And I am the number 1 person that will tell you, I love inspiration. I love being encouraged. I love having that like heartwarming moment of like, I want something more. But sometimes I'm like, somebody just tell me how to do it. Like, I want to make a change. I want a fresh start, but like, how, right? Like, give me something I can sink my teeth into. And so there it is. Walk your house with a trash bag, pick up trash. You will probably surprise yourself at what you find. Look in drawers, look at the bottom of your closet, empty the trash cans in your home. Once you've done that, you may still feel like your house is super cluttered, and that's cool. Walk your house with a donate bag. Walk around and look through things and think like, do I need this? To borrow a line from Marie Kondo's book, does this spark joy? Like, does this make me feel something? If it doesn't, maybe it needs to be donated. If you go through your closet and you look through your clothes and you think like, those pair of jeans used to fit. That sweater is tight on me, or whatever it is. I spent too much on that dress and never wear it. Like, oh, and the emotional stuff that gets dug up when we walk into our closets. Be ruthless about it. Go through your closet and decide, like, this goes, this stays. And we say ruthless for a reason, because decluttering your home and your space can easily take a year if you do it emotionally, right? But when you go little by little, room by room, piece by piece, drawer by drawer, and you're ruthless about it, and you just kind of rip the Band-Aid on these things and rip the Band-Aid on the emotions, like, those jeans don't fit. I'm fine with how I look right now. Those can go. Those can go to someone. You don't need to wear the jeans you wore in college, right? So rip those Band-Aids. Be ruthless about it and clear the clutter. Take those. There are so many wonderful organizations that will do wonderful things with your stuff. One man's clutter is another man's treasure, right? So moving those kinds of things along and do it ruthlessly, okay? Again, not to totally like advertise the simplified life, but this is what we talk about in chapter 1, because I think it is so completely important to address when you're trying to simplify your life. And by the way, when we do the Ruthless Declutter Challenge, we take a week to do it, and we break it down by general area of home. That doing it that way, giving yourself a start time and an end time, and not just a start time and an end time, but like a realistic time frame. Not saying like, I'm going to declutter my home in one day. Don't do that, because you'll hate yourself at the end of the day. But giving yourself an entire week and saying like, I'm going to do room by room by room by room. And then at the end of the week, wherever we stop is where we stop. Like, you will find that you get on a roll. And if you want to do the Ruthless Declutter Challenge with us, it's going to happen next year, I think in March. And we kind of all do it together. I really believe in doing it twice a year and kind of clearing clutter in your home, not just because it makes your space feel better and it declutters and it helps simplify your life, but because it changes your perspective on stuff in like a very big way. Because when you go through that toy chest and you start pulling out all those toys that your kids never play with, it really makes you think through what you're spending your hard-earned money on, what you're giving your kids to play with, what really inspires creativity. I will tell you, welcome to our beach house over here. This right here, that's the toys we brought with us. We have a playroom in Tampa full of toys. And those toys, I have a box of Legos, I have a box of dress-up clothes, and I have a box of Magnetiles with a couple of other things stuck in it. And then next to it is a Lego table that has like drawers. My kids love Legos. That's all they've needed. That and like the ocean. I mean, they just want to go swim, right? So it's really like downsizing for me, even just temporarily, has really shifted my perspective in terms of like what we need in our house, right? Like if you're going through your kitchen and just imagine the feelings you have, right? Like if let's say you're in your kitchen. I could do like a week's worth of Facebook Lives just about this, by the way. I think we need like a whole conference about this, just like decluttering your home, because it's something my mom taught me. I should have had her here with me because she lives in the same city now, but it's something my mom taught me and something that is worthy of teaching your children, because what you are teaching them is not just about throwing stuff away or being, a good cleaner. What you're teaching them is to truly value quality and to value what's the best, favorite, the necessary, and not be wasteful with the other stuff, right? So I just got totally distracted and off topic. Okay, so decluttering your home. This is the number one most important thing that you can do. Now we are going to talk about decluttering your calendar, okay? Decluttering your calendar is much like decluttering your home, right? I always say when you're going through your home, take out every drawer and empty it, like completely empty, put the drawer back, look at what you have, start going through it and getting rid of things, pick up every single item. Let's say you're in your kitchen, right? Pick up every single item, handle it, make a decision about it, thoughtfully think it through, and either trash, donate, keep. Only keep the best, favorite, necessary. You don't need 2 ice cream scoops unless one breaks and then you'll regret it. But How often do your ice cream scoops break, right? You don't need 14 carrot peelers unless you are hosting Thanksgiving dinner and you have 14 people in your kitchen peeling carrots. Then by all means, keep those carrot peelers. But you don't need that many things. When you're clearing through your schedule, just like clearing through your home, you have to unpack it, right? And so what I always do, and my husband always laughs at me, but I get a piece of poster board and I get a Sharpie. And he knows, like, when the poster board comes out, it's like game on. He's like, oh no, she's overwhelmed. Here we go. Get a piece of paper or a poster board and a Sharpie if you want, but get something and unpack your schedule, unpack your commitments. Write down, like, I am on my schedule dealing with soccer practice, ballet practice, karate practice, art class, play practice, school, work, church, volunteering, like all the things. Write them all down. And what happens then when you look at your schedule, and please do this before you put a single mark in your Simplified planner, right? Think through these things, take inventory, and think, like, if what I'm after is margin in my life to really be good, and wonderful for what matters most to me, for my people, which is what most of us would say, am I really creating margin, or am I trying to organize all this stuff into, like, this beautiful planner to get this beautiful life? You can't take all the things and try to put a pretty organizer around it and think you're going to end up with something different. You're going to have the same thing, right? It might be in little bins and boxes and perfectly organized at that point, but the end result is not going to be what you're after. And I always give this example, and excuse me, coffee break. I always give this example, and, like, you may have heard it before, but I love it because it's just so visual and so true, and sometimes it helps for me to see things. If you have 17 pairs of flip-flops, right? If you have 17 pairs of flip-flops and you're, like, in your closet and you think, I just need the perfect shoe organizer, right? If I had the perfect shoe organizer, my closet life would look different. Me choosing shoes in the morning would feel different. My closet would look better. My life would be simplified in terms of my shoes. So you go to said store, whatever. You purchase fancy organizer that is inevitably pricey because shoe organizers are. And you bring it home and you organize your 17 pairs of flip-flops on your beautiful organizer. And you step back and you're like, this is an Instagram moment. Like, I need a picture of this to put on the interwebs because this is beautiful, right? And you feel great about it, and you feel like feeling a little organized and feeling good. What does your closet look like the next day? A big mess, right? You have 17 pairs of flip-flops all over the place, and it's hard to organize them in the organizer because you kind of have to fit them in there just right, and they have to be perfectly aligned, and there's just so many things, and you're kind of out of space. The problem is not that your problem is not that you don't have the perfect organizer. Your problem is not that. Your problem is that you have 17 pairs of flip-flops. And I live in Florida, and I've lived here my whole life, and I don't have 17 pairs of flip-flops. I think I have 3. So you have to address the situation before you try to organize it. When it comes to your schedule, take a look at what you have. It could be that you are overcommitted. And maybe you had all of these commitments yesterday or last year, and it was fine, but life might look a little bit different. Your kids might be a different age. You might have a different life setup. You might be in a different home. You may have had some sort of tragedy like affect your life that means that you have to shift things. You may have a sick loved one. You may have something going on. Maybe you got a promotion. Something is going on in life that makes it look different. And it's okay. I'm hereby giving you permission to step back and say, maybe I should quit something. Maybe I should just say no. My publisher, I love my publisher. I write for HarperCollins Christian. And one of the marketing gals there who I really love, she invited me to speak at something. I was invited to actually give a TED Talk. And giving a TED Talk as a speaker is like the end all be all. And it was a local TED Talk, and it was really cool. And I like really wanted to do it because it would just be a super cool thing for my career. And I would get to like share this message everywhere. I was stoked about it. But I looked at my schedule and I knew what kind of commitment that was going to take. And I had to call her, and I felt so bad. I was sad I couldn't do it, but I also just felt bad because I felt like I should be doing it for my publisher, for my books. Like, it just sounded like the right step. I called her, and I was very tearfully said, I'm so sorry. Like, I just can't. And she said, Emily, it's cool. No is a complete sentence. And that's fine. And it was like revolutionary to me. No is a complete sentence. You get to say no, right? Maybe I'll do it one day, but like right now I just have tiny kids and I can't. I have 2 3-year-olds and a 7-year-old and a job and a husband who works and just so many things going on. So maybe one day. So the answer for me was no, but like internally it was not now. Like one day maybe, but not now. The time just isn't right. And so take a look at your schedule. Write out the things you're committed to, the things you have going on, the things that are all vying for your attention, and decide what you can say unapologetically, no, I just can't right now. The past few years, I've had to do that a lot. This season in particular in our lives, being in transition and new school and new house and new friends and new things going on, I've had to say no to any and all travel. I usually speak at the Making Things Happen conference. It's going on, I think, at the end of this month. I'm not going to be there. I had to say no because I need to love on my family right now. My kids are going through lots of change. I need to take care of them. So I had to make that a priority. Now, all that to say, many times, we think about life. This is an analogy I got from my friend Rachel Shingleton, and I love it. We think about like juggling, and like we're juggling all the things, and we're all after balance is what we're all after. But we've got balls in the air and we're juggling them and we're like, I can't do this. Like, I can't hold all of these balls in the air. You can drop a ball, but choose and mark the ball that you can never drop. For each of us, there is a ball that we cannot drop and we will never drop for another ball. And for me, that's my family. I will always put them first. I will turn down any and everything else for them. And then, your answer may be different than mine, but mark your ball and say, like, this is the one I'm not going to drop. So when you look at that list of things you're committed to, like, I got to keep this one on there. I want to keep, my church activities on there, or Sunday night dinner on there, or whatever, because that supports that ball I have in the air and I'm not going to let it drop. And it also helps you to look at the other balls and think, like, you aren't as important. Like, you're good and you're worthy, but you aren't as important, right? Okay, so I hope that is super helpful. Now we've talked through decluttering our space, decluttering our schedule, and when it comes to decluttering your heart, that's a little more complicated. But what I have to just say in closing on all of this content here today is to give yourself grace to rest in your calendar, in your planner. When you start writing words in your Simplified planner and you start adding, this vacation and this person's birthday and this big work project and this school play and all of these things, just like you're adding dentist appointments and don't forget to get your oil changed, add rest. Even if it's 10 minutes at the end of every day, we all can afford that much. Take it off of your sleep time if you have to, but give yourself 10 minutes to sit, to be grateful, to breathe, to do whatever it is that fills you up, right? That replenishes you, because you cannot pour water from an empty well. And all of those things we've talked about that are priorities, you can simplify your life all you want. You can make your home a life-giving home, like Sally says. You can clear your calendar, but if you're not taking care of yourself and you're pouring more of you into other people than you are into yourself, what do you have left to give to them, right? So that is my encouragement there. All right. Next up, questions. We haven't talked a whole lot about Simplified planners, but if you have questions about Simplified planners, I'm more than happy to answer them. I'm also happy to answer questions about life and family and balance. And it's crazy for us over here right now. We don't have it all together. We're in transition, but there's beauty to be found in that. And so we're just working hard to enjoy it, right? There's also something beautiful about being able to clean up your house in 10 minutes and just not having a lot of stuff here. So yeah. Okay. Dusty. Let's see. Okay. Here they are. Just one quick note. And that is, oh, can you guys see me okay? Just make sure I'm here. Okay. Just one quick note. On our website, we have a video library, and it is full of videos from like years ago, tons and tons of videos all the way up till now, all about all kinds of things, all about everything from like tactically using your planner and planning out your life, meal planning and all of that, to this kind of stuff, and really like digging in your home. Don't let me forget to do the giveaway, by the way. I'm really excited about this giveaway because these books will change your life. Also, go follow Sally on Instagram. Just do yourself a favor. Okay. When is the next Ruthless Declutter Challenge, and what exactly is it? Where can I find it, and how often do you do it? The Ruthless Declutter Challenge is in March of next year. I can't remember the dates. We'll announce it as we get closer. I think we're still ironing dates out, but it'll be a week, and you'll do it with me. I'll be probably still moving into my house, but we'll be decluttering. I'll probably be decluttering through boxes, but we will be decluttering together, going space by space in your home. We're going to send you at the beginning of the Declutter Challenge. We send you like all the details, how to do it, steps to doing it. And then you just join us here for encouragement. We have a Simplified community group on Facebook that you can also join for lots of inspiration and encouragement and friendship, and like just good. They're just good folks over there. 25,000 of them. You should come join. Okay. Police somewhere. Okay. Do you designate certain days for certain chores? Monday kitchen, Tuesday bathroom. Yes. Okay. Let's talk about this. In our old house, we had, so I did like the day-to-day cleaning and all of that, but we did have these amazing ladies that would come over and do like deep cleaning twice a month. I don't have that here. So here I'm doing all of the day-to-day cleaning and also all the deep cleaning. And so what we tried to do like Monday bathroom, Tuesday kitchen, that kind of thing, and it just didn't really work for our family. So what we've decided to do here is like on Saturdays, our house gets a deep clean. And by the way, everybody helps. Everybody, including my 3-year-olds. They scrub toilets. Raise them right. So here we go. We all do that together on Saturdays. We get the house back to square one, and then we do it again on the following Saturday. I wash sheets once a week. I just do it all at one time. And for me, it's helpful because I'm able to do it in one fell swoop. And like, honestly, in this space that we're in, it's easy. So that's what we do. All right, what's in the bundle? Dusty, thank you for telling me what's in the bundle because I always forget. So on launch day, not only can you buy your individual Simplified Planner, daily, weekly, or Dapper Desk, you can purchase a Simplified Planner bundle. That bundle includes your choice of a Simplified Planner, a mini notebook, sticker pack. You get to choose. You get to build your own bundle, so you can choose from all these categories. Paperclip set, page markers, stretchy bands, and your choice of a pen or pen set. You can also choose, oh man, it's at the bottom of my box. Anyway, I have, we did a collaboration with Pilot Pens, and we have a Happy Stripe Precise V5 pen set, and it's beautiful. So the daily bundle is $115. The weekly is $105. If you were to buy all of these things together, it would be more than that. So we're giving you a bit of a discount, and then if you spend over $100 and you're in the US, you get free US ground shipping. So your bundles will ship free. Dapper Desk is not included. The sticker book is not included. Dusty, you're setting me up here. Like, I just appreciate how thorough you are in your text. Where can I find the Simplicity Challenge? You can search our blog. You can also sign up for our newsletter, and you'll be sent it automatically. There's a link in the caption here to sign up. There's like police cars or something outside. Anyway, you can sign up for our newsletter, and we'll send it to you automatically. And it's an ebook, and you can print it out, and you can work through it together. Oh, but wait, the Simplicity Challenge is also in every Simplified Planner. I forgot. So our Simplified Planners, this is new. For our last release was the first time we did it. Our Simplified Planners have simplified prep work in them, which is a lot of what we just talked about, like working through some of that heart stuff, like getting yourself to a good place to really have an actual fresh start and not just use a pretty planner. But the Simplicity Challenge is in every planner. So the Simplicity Challenge is something that I created while procrastinating writing my first book. And it is 30 steps. They each take under 15 minutes. They cost exactly $0. And as you go through it, you will truly find that your life just feels a lot simpler at the end. Like cleaning out your fridge, check expiration dates and throw things away, restock anything that needs restocking in your bathroom, write out 3 simple dinners you can make with ingredients already in your pantry. So little things like that make a big difference. All right. Another question. I'm overwhelmed in all the things. Where should someone who has never done anything like this start? I only have weekends. I truly believe it starts with a trash bag. See, this is what my next book should be called. It starts with a trash bag. Okay. Write that down. It starts with a trash bag, truly. Like walk your house with a trash bag. And we can all do this. No matter what our homes are like, no matter our situation, we can all get a trash bag, walk our home, and just start picking up trash. It gets your brain into that cycle of looking for what doesn't belong, for what's not best, favorite, necessary. And then it sets you up for the next step, which is walk around with a donate bag, right? And don't just like walk your house with a trash bag and then set the trash bag in the corner. Walk your house with a trash bag, put the trash bag out for the trash man to come get, or walk it to the dumpster. We have like a condo dumpster situation here. So like walk it out the door to the dumpster, put it away, make it go away, follow through. Will planners be restocked? So no, we do not restock planners after we sell out of them. And they do sell fast because we run a debt-free company, and we have for the past 10 years. It's something we're very proud of. It has been very hard to do. It means that we've grown slow, and we have had periods of time where we have been completely sold out of planners, like now. We've been sold out of planners for, I think, a month now, and it's missed revenue. We try to get it right to have just enough, but sometimes we miss it. And so if you are looking for one, make sure you are there on launch day to buy yours, because I have no idea how long they will last. I don't think it's going to be a situation where they sell out in an hour, but be there. Okay. All right. Now, I will say we did split our shipment of this time. So we do have a small shipment coming like later in the fall. It's not a true restock because it takes us like a year to make planners, but we had to split our shipment for very complicated manufacturing reasons. Okay. Will there be enough hats on launch day? I hope so. We have lots of hats. So our pineapple hats have been quite the best seller. They're so fun. They originated from Jessa, who's our art director, made us pineapple hats for our team retreat. And it was just a fun thing. And they've just been like best sellers. And we've loved seeing people post pictures wearing them like on the Eiffel Tower and random things. So yes, we will have hats on launch day. And I do believe we have enough hats. Color coding dots will be restocked on launch day. Will shipping be a little slower on launch? Dusty, did you put that question in there? Is that your question? Yes, shipping will be slower on launch because of the volume. I always want to say like, oh, shipping will be this amount of time. But the truth is shipping is wonderful. Our shipping partners are amazing. They get it to you very timely, but the time it takes to process orders and get them out the door is extended during launch time because it is a very high volume time for us. And our warehouse is on high alert. They will be extra staffed. We will be sending pizzas to keep them fed and happy. And they just want to do a good job and get you the right things as quickly as possible. But there is a lot of volume. So we just ask that you have patience with us because it sometimes takes a minute. And we will keep you updated via social media. It's kind of how we roll. Can I get the pilot set in the bundle? The pilot pen set in the bundle? Yes. Okay. How do you choose to say no when it doesn't feel like you can drop anything? I've been there. When you can't drop anything and everything still feels a little bit overwhelming, then what you have to do is organize it. If you physically cannot get rid of one pair of flip-flops and you have 17 and you for some reason need all 17 for your job, then you just have to find the right organizer. Then you just have to figure out ways to make the extra in-betweens easier. And that could be like, If you are just completely overwhelmed with work and you cannot change your job, then maybe you think about how you could meal plan better, how you could be better set up to go to that job. Maybe you clean out your car because you're in your car driving to that job. Look through the in-betweens. And sometimes we find ourselves addressing or thinking about things we've never thought about before. Like in the Simplicity Challenge, we talk about like, go clean out your car. Take a trash bag, go look through your car and clean it out. And holy cow, it's like immediate gratification when you go out there and you clean your car out, and then you're in car line for an hour the next day and you're like, man, it feels good to just not have a whole bunch of trash in here, right? Or a whole bunch of stuff that just needed to be walked in the house and put away. There are ways you can simplify all the in-betweens. And I think that's important to think through. How do you keep things decluttered in a very small space with not a lot of storage? You just can't have a lot of stuff, truthfully. I was talking to a friend of mine who lives in Brooklyn, and we were talking about this concept when I wrote A Simplified Life, and she was like, it's all well and good when you're decluttering and organizing stuff in a 4,000 square foot house, and you can, like, everything can have its own space. But like, we have a family of 3 or 4, and we're living in a very small space. And the truth is, you just can't have a lot of stuff. At that point, you are really down to best, favorite, necessary. Your possessions, like, you just have to clean them out. It's the shoe thing again. If you can't have 17 pairs of flip-flops if your closet is this big, And, we talk about like bins and boxes and organizers, and I think those are all well and good, but don't address that stuff, like the aesthetics of it all, until you get through the decluttering of it, right? The decluttering and the clearing of the clutter is what's so important before you get to that place where you're looking at getting all the perfect bins for your pantry, right? Get the old food out first and then put the bins in. And don't buy bins because you never know what you're going to find in your home. We always say with decluttering, like, don't spend $1, commit to that. And then when you get to the end, you may find that in your closet, you had 2 extra shoe boxes that are now empty that you can use in the pantry to hold the oatmeal, right? Okay. Where's my shirt from? It's from J. Crew, and it is very old. I have had it, I don't know, for like 2 years, but I love it. All right. Coaching emails come with Simplified Planner and Dapper Desk. Right now, it just comes with the Simplified Planner, but I have had many requests that our coaching emails come with Dapper Desk. So I'm going to look into that. Let me explain what the coaching is. So when you buy a Simplified Planner from our shop, you receive simplified coaching once a month for the life of your planner, because we don't want you to just buy a planner and put it on your shelf and let it look good. Because at that point, it is what? It is clutter. We want you to buy a planner and actually put it to work, organizing your life. And so we want to equip you to do that. And so I'm with you through the whole year, right? Like, I'm popping in your inbox. We don't overwhelm your inbox. It's once per month, but I will show up in your inbox with a video talking about one key area of life that we can simplify together: meal planning, clutter. We talk about saying no to things and setting actual boundaries in your life. The coaching emails have been a really big hit. And I know that if you're not getting them for some reason, by the way, send us an email, hello@emilylay.com. We can help you out. Sometimes spam filters like to eat them, but they start about 4 weeks after you purchase your Simplified Planner, and they go to the email address you bought your planner with. But I just think it's really important that we stay with you through the whole life of it, and we're there to encourage you. We give you some fun coupon codes and some freebies and printables and things like that along the way too, just to kind of help you through that whole year. Okay, did I get all the questions? Don't forget to enter to win our launch day survival kit. So we are giving away something that I actually make for my team every year. Launch day for us, we start about 18 months in advance preparing for launch day, because that's when we start making the planners, we start predicting inventory, we start the marketing, we start the photo shoots, we start the design, all the things that go into it. Our team is also all remote, so I can't just like bring breakfast into the office on launch day, although Chick-fil-A chicken biscuits are a necessity for launch day. But I can't just like bring breakfast into love on everybody. So I started making launch day survival kits. And it's just something cute and sweet to give to them, to love on them, to tell them thank you for all of their hard work, and to make launch day a little bit easier because it's always a little hectic. So this year's Launch Day Survival Kit, we're giving away one to one of you. And we have the cutest popover from Lily Pulitzer that has a gold striped pineapple on the back. It's amazing. We also have a Team Simplified t-shirt, which is the same as what we will be wearing on launch day. It says Grace Not Perfection on the front and Team Simplified on the back. They're all size medium, by the way. We also have some cookies that are really amazing. We have both my books signed. We have a planner, all sorts of things in the Launch Day Survival Kit. You can enter to win at the link. I just saw Taylor post the link. You can also enter to win at the link in the caption. All right, guys, what am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anything else? I think this is it. I'm going to do the giveaway. I know that much. Okay, so Sally Clarkson is fantastic. If you are not following her, go and follow her. She has 4 grown children. She lives in London, I believe. But she's amazing, and she's inspired me so much to just think about these parts of life that often feel hard. Parenting, housework, cooking, even the mundane parts of cleaning. She has inspired me to embrace them and look at them with fresh eyes and think about the ways that I'm creating home by doing all those things. And also when it comes to parenting and cooking is not my forte. So The Life-Giving Table was an amazing book. First book I'm going to give away, signed by Sally herself. If you win any of these, either of these, by the way, make sure you email Taylor@emilylay.com. Taylor is taking care of all of our winners. Tell her what book you won, though, so she knows which one to get to you. And Sally's team is actually going to send them out. All right. Okay, here we go. Ready? This is very official. I'm scrolling. Stop. Alita, I hope you said your name right. Alita Conradson, you win the Life-Giving Home. And I really hope I said your first name right because it looks like it's a beautiful name. You win the Life-Giving Home. So email Taylor@emilylay.com with your mailing address. Next up, this is for the Life-Giving Table. Ready? Hold on. You guys are commenting so fast. I can't scroll. Okay, here we go. Katie Walton, the Life-Giving Table is yours. Email Taylor@emilylay.com with your shipping address. Okay, last one. Tara Ann Poor, you win the Life-Giving Parent. And if you, by any chance, aren't a parent, gift it to a parent or keep it for future reference because it is such an amazing, amazing book. Okay, guys, this was so fun. Dusty just sent me one more question, and it is, can you monogram your planners? No, we don't do monogramming, but you can get a little decal monogram from Monogram It Darling on Etsy. She's a lovely friend of ours who makes adorable, really sturdy, awesome monograms. Monogram It Darling on Etsy. All right. Any new books in the works for me? Yes, there is a book in the work for me, and it's apparently called It Starts with a Trash Bag. Not really. I have not started writing it yet. So I'm allowing myself to get through this part of life, and then I will begin writing. So like I said, things we have to simplify. I had to put that off my plate for now. But I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to begin writing again. It's one of my favorite things to do. So thank you guys. Tomorrow's Facebook Live. What are we talking about tomorrow? Well, I'll be on Instagram Live today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time just to answer questions. And I'm happy to help you choose what planner is right for you. We're going to do a whole Facebook Live on that on Tuesday. But if you're having trouble deciding, I'm more than happy to help. So join me on Instagram Live. You can also take a quiz that's linked here about what planner is best for you. And it will tell you literally the cover and daily or weekly. And it's crazy accurate. So go and do that. Tomorrow we're talking about prepping your simplified planner. So this is going to be almost like that setup workshop that we did a few months ago. We are going to be talking about how to get your planner set up, what to do when it arrives, prepping it, getting it ready to go, the proper steps to take to make sure you're going to get the absolute most out of your investment.